Why do kids stop crying in front of their parents and start crying alone? When I was 11, I cried about everything. Scraped knees, scary movies, bad grades, and every single time my mom would hold me and say, "It's okay to cry. That's what I'm here for." I believed her. I believed her so deeply that when my best friend moved away in 6th grade, I sobbed into her shoulder for an hour and she just stroked my hair and whispered, "Let it all out." I thought that was the deal. I feel things. She holds me. That's how we work. But something shifted when I turned 13. I remember the exact day. I came home from school one afternoon, shaking, because a group of girls had cornered me in the bathroom and told me no one actually liked me, that everyone just pretended that they tolerated me out of pity. I walked through the front door already crying and told my mom everything. She hugged me, told me I was brave. And then at dinner, she retold the entire story to my dad and older brother. Every detail, the bathroom, the names, the words they used. My brother laughed and said, "That's it? Kids are mean. Get over it." My dad shook his head and said, "You need thicker skin, sweetheart." My mom didn't defend me. She just passed the salad. That night, I learned something no one teaches you. I learned that telling the truth doesn't always mean you'll be held. Sometimes it means your pain becomes someone else's dinner conversation. So I made a decision without even realizing it. I stopped crying in front of them. 8th grade was the hardest year of my life. A boy I thought liked me shared a private photo I sent him with half the school. I wanted to die. Not the way people say it casually. I mean, I sat on my bedroom floor at 2 a.m. and genuinely wondered what would happen if I disappeared. But I didn't tell my mom because I already knew what would happen. She would hold me, and then she would tell someone. And my pain would become a story again, passed around like bread at the table. So instead, I told no one. I sat with it alone. I carried it to school, carried it home, carried it to bed. I smiled at breakfast every morning. I said school was fine. I laughed at my brother's jokes. And my mom once looked at me and said, "I'm so glad you're not one of those dramatic teenagers." And I almost broke because she wasn't being cruel. She genuinely believed I was okay. She thought the silence meant I was strong, when really it meant she'd lost me. By sophomore year, I had perfected the mask. I could have a full panic attack in a school bathroom and walk into 6th period like nothing happened. I could cry for an hour in the shower and come out with a towel around my head, smiling, asking about homework. I could write goodbye letters in my journal and still ask my mom what was for dinner. She never suspected a thing because she trusted the silence. It wasn't until I was 17 and a teacher noticed the marks on my wrist during a class presentation that anyone intervened. The school counselor called my mom in that same afternoon, and I sat in that tiny office watching her face collapse in real time. She kept saying, "But she never told me. She never said anything. Why didn't you come to me?" And I wanted to scream. I did come to you. I came to you when I was 13, shaking and terrified, and you turned my worst day into a dinner story. You taught me that vulnerability has an audience, so I stopped performing. That's the thing parents don't understand. You don't lose your kids in one big fight. You lose them in the small moments, the retelling, the laughing off, the get over it. Kids don't stop talking because they don't trust you with the big stuff. They stop because you fumbled the small stuff first, and they decided right then that they'd never give you the chance to fumble what really matters. And by the time you notice the silence, it's already been years.